Hey there, thank you so much for tuning into our podcast. But before I take you to your show, I have a very small request to make. Do check out the other episodes that we have created so far. And as you know, we are available on all major music and podcast streaming apps across the world. So, whichever podcasting platform you're listening to, do hit the follow button and leave us a rating, as that will help us improve our content and reach a wider audience. And with that, welcome to the show. One moment. Hold on for a second. Wait. Excuse me. Give me a minute. What? This is episode 25. Priya, are you there? What's happening?
Yo,
Episode
ये
number 25.
भैया आई थिंक हमें अपने पॉडकास्ट की शादी करा देनी चाहिए क्योंकि वो ऑफिशियल एज में आ चुका है
Right.
25 ट्वेंटी
It's a
फाइव
silver jubilee episode.
यो
Everybody never
हैप्पी
thought we would
बर्थडे
have done anywhere more than 3 episodes, but you know, uh, this is a very emotional moment for Priya.
या
And for me, it's like, okay, I believed. I believed that this is gonna happen.
wait a minute, whenever you say any story on my behalf, why does it sound like you are saying your part of story, just putting my name?
Mm,
So Priya is quite emotional. I don't know about me. I don't know what is this water dripping out of my eye. I don't know what is this.
Priya, I can't see you, but I know that you are not crying, okay? Okay?
I am overwhelmed. I
No
am
one's crying today.
happy.
All
But yeah,
right.
there's
So
there's one tissue bag in front of you. Please use it. Please.
I hate it. I hate it. And anyway, let's quickly wrap around the 25 episodes that we have done. So we have like the variety of guests that we have got, the variety of topics that we have got throughout. I was just going through the catalog yesterday. Oh my God, we started with entrepreneurship,
Mm-hmm.
food,
Yes.
sports. Maria was there for one episode, sports. Then we moved on to science and fiction and aliens, and then we had another episode with marijuana expert on the ill effects and what it does to our mind. Then we had a series of yoga and nutrition episodes. Sound meditation was our last episode. My goodness, Priya.
My.
I
It's
think
a huge journey.
it's a huge journey, and also we received one award from Spotify India.
Yay!
Uh,
I mean, that was because of consistency, I must say, because that wouldn't have happened because we were in the 1 hour category. So we pulled that
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. But this is like, I would say each episode better than the last one is what we try to do on this show.
Yeah,
That's
we did
that's what
try.
our aim is. That's what we make an effort for. So yeah, Priya, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, as I mentioned, I am overwhelmed. I'm actually, I just want to take a moment and appreciate your efforts, your uncountable times when you approached me and said, we need to be consistent, Priya. And today only you said that. Can you believe it? It's just started with a hobby. It just started with a hobby. And now we are like, we completed 25 weeks of, uh, you know, working towards it and actually putting that out in the world. It's one heck of a task itself. I must say we should, my English teacher used to say this, pat your back, come on people. Whenever you do something which is commendable, she used to say that. So I'm actually doing that. And also yeah, it's like a baby for us. So
Right, right.
whenever there's a small project, we are unaware of the actual numbers. uh, might be the, of course, the statistically whatever the number shows on Anchor, Spotlight, or Spotify, that doesn't mean how much listeners are connected with us, or emotionally connected with us. um, Writing an email can help, of course, guys. So also we have our Instagram handles provided in the link. So whatever you feel like, you can write to us.
Yeah,
It'll be
connect,
great. Yeah.
connect with us. Be a part of the show actively. Like, even if like it's something really small, like today is my birthday, just wish me, or yesterday was my birthday. We are gonna do everything. We're gonna do
Yeah, Bhaiya
everything
is
for you.
go to your house, and he's living in Mexico, guys. So if you're in Mexico and if you want to have a treat of some good chocolates, Bhaiya is there. So you can contact him, and yeah, it'll
Yeah,
work.
yeah. All kind of bribes we offer. It's all legal in this podcast. And with that,
Speaking of,
yes,
speaking of legal, and you just mentioned how we had a beautiful episode with our Bharat Bhai related to marijuana.
right.
Do you know what's up in this uh, amazing country which we called India? So rats are being blamed for destroying 200 kgs of cannabis. Do you know?
Do you really believe that rats ate 200 kgs of
I mean,
cannabis?
where are they right now? Are they happy? I just want to know that.
They must be like red-eyed somewhere looking at the wall. That's what usually happens. But okay, keeping the sensitivity of the topic, sometimes like it's very hard to believe like everything is put on rats. Like those guys go through so much of shit in their life. Oh my god, like the vaccines. The first trial will happen on rats. What if the
Yeah,
rats die? They are like the
yeah,
savior of mankind. They're the savior of us. Like everything happens first on rats. If it works or if it doesn't
yes,
work.
they are the subjects each and every time, somewhere or the other. Their cousins are actually the main subjects. So
Yeah.
if they desire of consuming marijuana or cannabis, or any drug, I think we should allow them. What do you say, Bhaiya?
I firstly think that okay, fine, you're right. But the poor guys, man, the rats, they don't deserve this kind of treatment. Okay, let's for a second, let me reframe one thing. Do you really believe that? Okay, this is what has been like put out by the police. Okay, that rats ate 200
Correct.
kgs or 250 kgs of cannabis.
They just blamed rats.
They
They
blame
just
the
put it
rats.
that way. Yeah.
Earlier also in UP, this happened that some 380 kgs or 400 kgs of cannabis was destroyed, and the police just reported this in the court saying that the rats destroyed it. Later on, out of some place, some journalist came out with a report that the police people, few of the guys, sold it. They sold the cannabis,
I
you
mean,
know, and
it's
they put it all on the like the rats. I think it's just something similar that's happening right now. I don't know.
I would say, even if you're putting a story, then make it sound realistic. It doesn't. It's like we are in a Disneyland or something, and rats are talking to each other, and like I think we should go for this drug, bruh. What do you think? It doesn't sound
280
realistic
kg,
at all.
200 kgs, right, was reported on that.
Yes.
And 200 kgs is a lot of cannabis.
Speaking of this huge amount of cannabis consumed, and they
Yeah.
were approximately blamed. So what do you think? Where are the rats now? There should have been an evidence for this, right? So where are those rats now?
You never find rats. Rats find
Yeah,
you.
bruh, come on.
Mic
You
drop
can't
moment
get
for the
me.
rats.
You can catch me. Okay, maybe.
But you know what? 200 kgs is enough to like put the entire maybe half of the city high for an afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
so. It's
Also,
just that much.
uh, the thing is, Bhaiya, why rats are used as subjects? Because before implementing any medicine or putting a medicine in the market, these
Yeah.
are subjected these rats are subjected for those medicine in clinical trial phase 1 or 2. This is because they have the same morphology as of humans. And
Okay.
if that is the case, the bodies of rats should have reacted the same way. I'm not saying exactly same way. Of course, the scientifically terms and everything could have been more, specific or explicit. They could have explained much better in a much better way. But yes, an evidence could have proved that yes, rats were the not this amount, but they were responsible for the consumption of this drug. I don't know. I don't know.
Correct. I mean, it's fine. I mean, um, if you're saying that the body behaves the way as ours do, so maybe they would be chilling somewhere. The rats
Yeah.
just sitting in the corner without any stress, looking at the skies, counting
Maybe they
stars.
already left for Amsterdam. What do you say? They're like, this is some
Why?
cool shit, bruh. We should go to Amsterdam and not wait for these two to blame us. We should actually go to Amsterdam.
I don't know why Amsterdam is like prototyped as, a hub of
But
cannabis
for a
consumption.
reason.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
a
yeah.
reason.
Because
Yeah.
because it's legal there, but now slowly it's getting legal in a lot of other places also. Like California, I know people who grow their own cannabis in their garden and then they sell it, and that's their side income. You know,
Okay.
so
Okay.
all of these things are also. Excuse me. We'll have
Were
to
you
cut this.
sneezing?
We'll have to. I don't know why did I sneeze on the podcast.
it it sounds like you were about to sneeze, but then, you know,
Yeah.
it didn't happen. How are you feeling?
Relaxed. Okay.
Are you okay? Are you okay with your protein shake, Mr.
Yeah.
Bodybuilder,
The
Mr.
protein
Caretaker of
shake is doing good.
your beautiful body? Yeah. I can see you have been posting so many, your workout selfies lately, um, and making us feel jealous. Just about your existence, waking up at 5 a.m.
See,
sharp. And
I tell this to you and everyone all the time. Do what works for you. Okay. If this is working for me, it doesn't mean that it's gonna work for everybody else.
of course, of course.
If
Yeah.
someone is like feeling extremely happy and self-satisfied by just sitting on the couch and watching TV, just do that. But you know in order to keep your body functioning, do a little, like not like you're going to the gym in the morning, running in the evening, and all of those kind of you know physical activities. Just do something is what I believe. So Priya, you must be already knowing, recently I've like challenged myself into this competition. I don't know why I took that up. It's like
Because you're doing
101
bunches.
kilometers in 10 days,
Yeah.
in 10 straight days. So when I took it up, I was like really enthusiastic. Okay, fine, I'm gonna do it. Day one, when I went for the second day, I felt like, why did I do it? Why did I take part in this? This cannot, long distance running cannot, should not be done every day. It's like twice a week or thrice a week maximum, and I'm doing 10 days straight. So on the second day, I was like, literally, this is enough. You gotta think about it. But no, I went through, and let's see. It's just the fourth day today at the time we are recording, and
I
I've
mean,
already
I'm
completed
proud of you.
47.
I'm proud of you. Wow.
I've
You're
already
almost
completed 47. So halfway to
almost
go.
there.
Yeah.
That's just commendable. Also, we are joking right now, or somewhere I'm trying to pull your leg, but of course it's not working clearly. But the thing is, it's it's hard to be, that consistent because you accepted this challenge for yourself because you can do it. But then everyday struggle to pull your body from the bed and actually do it requires some another level of mental preparation beforehand. This doesn't comes in one day. Taking those challenges where you can actually achieve it, for example, not going straight away 10 day, it's because kg bhaiya can do it. It's because he's now I can say is a you know what do we say, a veteran marathon
No, no, no.
participant.
Don't.
In my eye you are. In my eyes you are. You and I mean, somebody was there, but now she's not in that list, so let's just not take her name anyway. So yeah, it requires immense amount of efforts. It's just it doesn't come in a day.
And
And
it's not just the physical efforts, Priya,
correct.
physical or mental efforts. It's the things that you organize around it, like the food that you're eating, the daily schedule that you are in. Like these are the hours that you're gonna sleep. These are the hours that you're gonna do your day job, right? These are the hours that you have to run, and what has to be done before the run, after the run. Everything has to be managed. What are you going to like? Is there any supplement that you should take? Should I drink electrolytes, Gatorade, whatever energy drinks? What is
Correct.
so there is a bit of around it that I did, and then I like brought myself into this, uh, which I call like a life changer. I think it'll do something to my head at the end of the 10th day. Something,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Yes.
0.1% of the things will change for me. Maybe something it will do for my body. We never know. Because 10 days straight, if you run 10 kilometers on an average, uh, it's definitely gonna do something to your body. So I just believe, I just hope, like, I'm not looking for the changes. I'm not looking for, looking a certain way at the end of the 10th day, but I'm just excited to finish it. The moment I complete, the sense of satisfaction, that also Bharat Bhai spoke about in the marijuana episode, that you
Hmm.
get after completing a marathon. So I'm just waiting for that feeling. I'm doing this for that feeling of the 10th day when I finish it,
Nice.
and when on the last day I go out for my final day's workout. So it's just something I'm really looking forward to. But okay, it was about rats. Okay, it's one and the
Yeah,
same.
it was about rat race, guys. So we were talking about the rat race. We are unanimously involved in it. So I'm just saying,
Amazing.
I appreciate how you have started saying no to people, and it really helps, guys. I mean, as you grow up as an adult, you realize that it requires certain amount of energy within you to actually say those words that no, I cannot make it because this is my schedule, and if I break one day, it's gonna harm the whole week. And I've seen how you have done it, and I've seen that in myself, that I straight up say no to some people, some people and instances where I don't feel like going, or I can see that, you know, for example, uh, speaking of Friday, there was
Yeah.
one office party, and I felt like, again, I'm not saying that, bruh, I don't hang out with my office colleagues and it's just so lame. No, it's not like that. It's just those arrangements don't entice me enough to spend my time like this, irrespective of my favorite colleagues there, or they are my friends, but just I don't feel like I can have a house party, or I can hang out with them separately, but just also just watching them doing those activities where they're drunk and they're smoking, and then going places like allowing everything. I don't want that. I
So
don't
I
want
think
that visual to get in my head.
you don't want to hang out with me now. Okay, I get it.
Or I should or I should not be hanging out with your fancy friends. But yeah, let's just address
And
that as well. You have
okay,
really.
okay. One thing with saying no, I would like to come back to that, is when we do that, we sometimes think that what will the other person think? Maybe they'll feel bad. Nobody cares. They'll forget it in an hour, and life will go on. So if for that instance you want to self over something else, just do it, because nobody is gonna give a damn about it.
Damn about it. Hmm.
Talking about
Nobody's.
saying no, uh, in the recent FIFA World Cup that's ongoing,
Yo, yo,
Qatar
yo.
has Qatar has said no to a lot of things, and there are a lot of controversies around it.
I like how you joined all those things.
This is
Saying
like
no is one favorite thing of Qatar. No.
you so okay, forget about everything. There's all those controversies around the way the stadiums were built, the laborers, how they were treated during the work and everything, and a lot of people died because of the conditions.
Oh my God.
Everything is there, everything is well known, it's reported all across the media, everyone knows it. But one thing, you just cannot ban beer for football lovers. That's
Oh.
the most, I mean, I think the entire world is more worried about this thing rather than laborers dying. I don't want to sound insensitive. I do not want to.
Just
Okay.
take it back. Come on, beer. Just take it back. We were talking about medicinal beers, guys, because that will help save people.
These Latin American fans, okay,
Yeah.
of this game, the Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, all of these people from this side of the world. Then the European guys, all
Correct.
they want is beer. You cannot keep my European brothers out distance from beers, okay? This is what they live for. That's their water in a way. And
So,
especially while watching the football. So, okay, I don't know if you know this or not, but beer is easily available in stadiums in most of the countries. Okay, so during the football match, people just drink beer, watch the game, enjoy the game, shout for their team, and that's one of the huge things. Huge things. Now, to have beer, they'll have to go to like some place which is called a fan zone to have beer and then come back. So I think it's just that you watch the match sober is what the entire situation sums down to.
so apart from these, like, of course, you said beer was a thing. What else happened exactly?
You know that Qatar is a Islamic nation and
Yeah.
Muslim nation basically, and alcohol is not permitted. It's not legal there. But
Yeah.
just because of the FIFA World Cup, Budweiser, which is a alcohol company, which is an
Yes.
alcohol brand, which is a huge producer of this beers and all of these kinds. I don't know. Uh, they are one of the main sponsors of this FIFA. So it's now like they are putting a pressure on the Qatar government to allow beer. So this was the initial stages. They put a pressure on the Qatar government to allow beer in the stadium, and the
Correct.
government officials just denied it, and they said that okay, the best we can do is create some fan zones which is like 45 minutes away from the stadiums. There you can go and drink, and you cannot
Hmm.
carry the beer out of that zone. If that's the place you drink, come back. Don't. So fan zone, so I checked it out, I checked this
Huh.
on YouTube, like what are fan zones. So the fan zones which are created in Qatar, they are like those concerts, kind of a stage where the artist is performing, right? So it's
Okay.
something exactly like that, and they have huge screens there where the match is telecasted live. Live streaming is
Oh,
happening, and you can just have a beer. And so it means that if you want to have beer, you cannot walk into the stadium and watch the match. You have to go to the fan zone and watch it there. And not just that, the beer that they're selling there, it's extremely costly. Extremely costly. So it's unreal
uh,
prices that they're selling it. And something similar happened in the last edition of the FIFA World Cup, which happened in Russia, where the Russian government was also not agreeing on some points. And then the sponsors put pressure, and then somehow they changed the law inside, the Russian government, and then kind of things started to work.
correct.
Oh my God.
I mean, one thing for sure I can say that next time FIFA is not gonna happen in Qatar. I don't know what happens next, but if fans aggressively revolted against such circumstances where they were not allowed to even dress according to their choice. They were asked to wear mask, and then even us, especially for women, it was concerned that you cannot just reveal any body part of yours, and wearing just I have seen how pictures were circulated, and
Yeah.
people were arrested for this. What was
That's
happening?
a little harsh, at times. But I mean, okay, not revealing body parts, but you can at least wear some. So, okay, I'm not advocating anything here on behalf
Correct.
of anyone, but you know what? This was a really nice thing that was told by one of the officials of this Qatar government, who's directly involved in this FIFA organization. So he told that uh, exact statement I'm quoting. He says that the West has been trying to teach the world since ages how to behave and what to do. But they have to agree on this, that there are countries which have their own culture and own ways to live
Hmm.
life. And if they want to come to those countries, they have to like respect those values.
Accordingly dress, or obey the culture
So that's also
somewhere.
not wrong. What he's saying is also not wrong. But at the same time, they have to relax things a bit. You cannot ask
Yes.
someone from like a Mexico or someone from Croatia to come to, you know, Qatar and dress up in a hijab, right? You don't
Hmm.
want that. You want people to like experience the game,
Freedom of dressing, but also keeping it subtle, and
keeping it
taking
subtle, yeah,
care of few things which
so
were
that it
mentioned.
doesn't raise eyeballs, you know,
Yeah,
in the stadium.
and
But it will happen. It will happen. This, I mean, we are very far away from Qatar. If we go there, we'll actually experience what's happening.
I
And
think we should.
so many pictures and news that we see, that some people got arrested, someone
Yes.
is going through something else, and someone just got held because of certain kind of dressing. I mean, okay, but this is like a very 1920 kind of a
Mentality,
situation right
and
now.
somewhere, yeah,
It's a very thin line. What to do, what not to do, what's right, what's wrong. It's it's just, I think,
debatable in itself. Correct.
watch it on television,
Yo,
guys. Watch it on
yo.
television. Wear whatever you want.
Yeah. You are one, like fanatic of football.
I'm not a
In
fanatic. Okay, I do not
Oh,
watch. Yeah, let me tell you this. So
no,
I'm
I
not
said
like,
football, like as a sport. I'm saying.
yeah, I love
Yeah.
playing football. I love playing
Hmm.
football, but I'm not like a follower of every league and every
Correct. Correct.
game that's happening.
Hmm.
Of course, FIFA is one of the most hyped tournaments of like sports in general in the world. So, of course, a lot of non-FIFA, non-football playing countries also get involved. Like India, we have a football team which is ranked 100 plus, right, in the world, but
Yes.
still the amount of people who watch FIFA in India would be more than like any FIFA any football playing nation.
Yeah.
and especially down south, Kerala, they are mad Argentina fans. I recently saw that there was a fight that broke out between Argentina fans and Brazil fans in Kerala. They have nothing to do with Argentina or Brazil. None of their family members would have ever visited. None of the
Yeah.
Brazilian footballers would have visited India ever. But out of like killing each other just to support their team. So the madness that comes with football is just unreal, crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I would like to point out this, like you mentioned about the clothing issues. There are also
Mm,
thoughts about LGBTQ support group or
yes.
different kinds of activism that's happening around the
Activism
world
is, yes.
regarding the Iran controversy right now.
Mm,
Then a few other things like the war in Ukraine
mm,
and those things. So FIFA and Qatar, they have collectively said that none of such protests or such things, such causes should be a part of the game. You have come here to play football, play football. If you want to do activism, go on the streets and do that. That was like the statement from the organizing committee. But
well,
because you know where they're coming from. In
mm,
most games, what happens is they wear the bands to support a particular cause, right?
the black band,
Armbands.
very
Yeah, then
famous. Mm,
just like the Black Lives Matter kind of
mm,
an activity that you saw a few years back. So it's exactly like that that's happening. So a lot of football teams wear something to support LGBTQ rights. A lot of them support human rights in general. A lot of them are like a few countries, in fact, also criticize the Qatar government for the work culture and the work environment that was created during the construction of these stadiums. Like how
mm,
hostile were the working conditions. But still they came and took part in the game. So if there was something that you believed so strongly about that, okay, this is wrong, maybe you shouldn't have come and took part in the competition, is what the Qatar officials said that.
mm,
But everybody wants to play the game, and a lot of money is involved. In fact, Netflix also recently released a series on FIFA, which says that how much like bribe was involved in getting the host, getting the chance to host this FIFA. Like the Qatar paid bribe to FIFA officials to get them the hosting opportunity. So I think a
oh,
lot of it is still there. They have, in fact, Qatar has spent more than $230 billion in organizing this,
that's
and
how it happened. I was actually wondering why, you know, Qatar was the ground for such a huge event. There should have been a reason
so it
behind it.
can happen anywhere, right? It can happen
Correct.
anywhere as long as you prove to host it properly.
Mm.
So
You have the proper budget and everything
infrastructure and
determined to do
everything,
that. Correct.
right?
Mm.
Yeah. So these things. So still, if they got it by paying the bribe and everything was happening, so everyone knew about this. It's not that Qatar for the first time is in the news for the labor hostility or the kind of laws that they have with regards to women, with regards to any crime that happens. Everything is well known in the world. Then why
Yeah.
were the eyebrows raised this time while the World Cup is happening? So it's a debatable thing, and definitely our podcast is not the right place to judge this.
Yeah, speaking right things at the wrong place is one thing. Uh,
Yeah.
like similar to how activists they chose the wrong place to support the right things. It's actually not the space where these this serious topics should be discussed or
No,
highlighted.
actually, where it comes from, Priya, is like the entire world is watching this. So if you just
I
run on the
agree,
ground,
Bhaiya, but
yeah,
then any, I mean, there has to be boundary. There has to be a, there are silent activists as well. I mean, whenever there is there is a mishap happened, which they want to address it, they just wear a black band. I'm just saying that, like, this is an example of silently playing it, smoothly. But then, if we already know what is happening in Qatar, and then everything around it, how aggressive they get, the authority gets, so we should actually avoid such situation. Already heated up, and then you're adding heat to it. It's not good. I would.
I just think that they knew all of it already,
Yeah,
and
of course they did.
yeah, and still they thought of buying into it,
Correct.
still thought of
Yeah,
getting into it. So they knew the risk around it. They knew
cause
everything.
why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
So
you live only
hence,
once.
yeah, hence it's like even after knowing something, I if I know the laws of a particular country, like okay, this thing is illegal and I'm doing it still. So it means I'm like asking for attention. It means I'm asking for trouble,
Yes, yes.
right? So that's the exact same thing.
Yeah. Asking for trouble, you just said. Oh my God. A Brazilian male model just, got into controversy, and he is married to 9 women, and he has come to a stage where he has decided that he's going to divorce 4 of them.
What?
Can you? What is going on
Who are these
inside
lucky
other
guys, huh?
women? Yeah. Also, I was just wondering after reading that news. Okay, so a man decides that he's gonna divorce only 4 of them, and what must be going on inside those 5 women? That अभी तेरा नंबर आने वाला है क्या? नहीं नहीं नहीं, मैं सेफ है, अभी रुक जा, अभी अभी टाइम है मेरा.
Whose name is on the chit now?
What is happening? मैं मेरे साथ तो सही है, तू देख ले अपना. What is happening?
So you know what? Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think one marriage is enough?
I believe in companionship. I do not have energy to put this. Saif Ali Khan and every that of man's energy where they invest in children, different and different women, and then uh, also emotional damage. But yeah, it's marriage. It's not even that. I'm again not comparing, but then dating and everything, it can uh, recover after a while
Okay,
with the help of
I
your friends and
I
everyone.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a situation, and you say if this is possible or not possible, or right or wrong, or give me your take. Like, let's say you are into a married relationship, okay, for like 10, 12, 10 plus years, let's say 10 plus years. Now you
Mm-hmm.
already are like done with that person. There's nothing exciting happening in your relationship. And it's quite possible that you are going out for work, you're meeting other people, and you get like attracted to someone else as well. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying attracted, not in love or anything, just
Yeah.
attracted. Do you think that that attraction could lead to other things and other things and other things and eventually love? So while you are married, you are also in love with someone else and not your husband. Is this possible? What do you
Well,
think of this
guys,
situation?
yeah, I must give my opinion. It's infatuation. So, whatever is happening inside the hotel room where colleagues were invited to attend a conference, and you're just looking at a guy who's well groomed and neat and clean, and everything is just so much appealing around him, and you decide that, okay, well, uh let's just give it a try or something. But at the end of the day, you'll feel, okay, shit, I did something, really something wrong. Because, okay, if I'm unhappy with my husband or to be husband, with respect to some
Yeah,
sensitive
anything.
topic, I would say abuse
Anything.
and everything, yeah,
Yeah,
then that
anything
is
personal.
another thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then if not like that, and I'm just playing around. I would never support this step. Never. It happens, but discuss that with your husband, that I saw this man, and there was some level of compatibility I could see, because we had a chat for almost 1 hour, and I could see how well we got connected to each other. Is it normal? And if you'll do this, I am so sure your husband, of course, is gonna give you an unexpected reply. Either he'll thrash or put you away, that how can you even think like that. But
Yeah,
if you have
that's
a
what I was thinking
really
about. That's what, that it would lead to something
surprisingly
really.
surprisingly, like, generous, benevolent people don't do that. They do not just thrash like this, and uh, they actually sit and talk, that this happens. But when you come back to home, that person is your home. It's not the walls and everything. That person becomes your home. So that feeling is, people, very much
Okay,
necessary in a marriage. So yeah,
okay.
I'm not
So
married, guys, by the way. uh,
yeah,
Guruji
okay,
is
okay.
giving you the.
Quickly, I'll tell you a very quick story, and then we'll wrap up this episode. So, this story is from the 1870s. Okay,
Wow, we
in
are going
India.
that far. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So there's this law that is still there in the Indian Penal Code, and in most countries, I'm not sure about, but in India, it's there since the 1800s. Okay, and I'm forgetting the name of the law, but what it says is, like, in a relationship, like in a married relationship, if one of the partners goes out and cheats, okay, or has an affair with a third person, then the other person is a victim. Okay, let's
Yeah.
say a husband and wife are, of course, married, and the husband gets into an affair with someone else. So the wife here is victim. And you know what
Yes.
happened? So there was this case, very famous case, which back in the day, the government used to sell tickets for to people to come and hear the hearings of the case.
Oh, I know whom you're talking about. Yes, go on.
You know, there were
Mm-hmm.
tickets sold during that time. So it was
Mm-hmm.
like, the husband used to work somewhere else, the wife used to live alone in the village, and she used to go to a priest,
Mm-hmm.
and they started to have like an affair, consensual affair. Okay, both the lady and the priest. And then the wife, uh, in a way, said this to his husband when he came back home on the holidays, and she confronted him and told her about her told him about her affair with the priest. The
Mm.
husband was like literally in
Taken
deep
aback and
pain.
shocked,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yes.
And all of that happened, and he immediately decided that we'll leave this village and I'll take you with me to the city. And he was working in Calcutta, then Calcutta, now Kolkata. So he told, I'll take you there with me. The priest at that time got to know that, okay, the lady is about to be moved from the village to the city, and he told his followers to stop them midway.
Mm.
Okay, and just that they could not leave the village. So a lot of goons from the priest side, they stopped their cart midway, and they started to fight. The lady was okay, of course, both the husband and wife were taken aback, but
Mm.
the husband at the same time felt like, just because of you, the girl, the wife,
Mm.
I'm able to face all of these things in my life. I'm not, I don't deserve this, or we don't deserve this. We come from a very middle class, simple, living culture, and what are we going through, was his thought. So he took a knife and slit the throat of his wife.
Mm.
Okay. And then watching this, the goons obviously ran away,
Mm.
and he went to the police station, surrendered himself, saying that it's because of my wife. She was so beautiful. The priest was doing these and these things, and The goon stopped and I killed her. So he got arrested. Now the entire thing, when it came to the courtrooms, the lawyer said that according to the law, there was cheating happening, there was infidelity, and the other person, the husband, is a victim. But the entire
Okay.
thing was the guy killed. He was a cold-blooded murder.
Hmm.
Okay, he killed his wife. But even killings at times are justified in self-defense, or there are few very small sections where you can actually get away without a death penalty or something like that. So the lawyer played around with this law, saying that he was
Hmm.
a victim and not uh, so out of those feelings inside him that triggered him to kill his wife. But eventually what happened is the priest also got involved in the case. The priest got
Hmm.
like few years of imprisonment. This guy, the court, the referred this case to high court and other courts, superior courts. So at that time, the High Court ruled out, saying that, okay, since you have done a murder, we agree that you are a victim. But
Hmm.
since you have done a murder, so we cannot just let you go. It'll send a
Of
bad
course.
message to
Thank God.
the society.
Society. Yeah.
So you're gonna go to the jail for 4 years, something. I don't remember the exact. And the priest also went to the jail for 4 5 years. So it was just like that. So you see uh, where we are coming from. This small thing where who's the victim in this entire part. Nowadays, of course, there are, the mindsets of people, and they're very okay about open marriages and open relationships. I'm Again, I'm just speaking for 0.1% of the population. But again, this is a thing and we know about it. It's happening. So in a way, in our mind, we are like in an acceptance mode. Okay, if we come across a couple who are into an open relationship, okay, yeah, it's not that I've never
This
heard of it.
happens. Hmm.
Yeah, it's not that I've never heard of it. Okay, fine, fine, go ahead. You do it or not, that's a separate choice. But the entire existence of this thing has come into place. Okay, these things exist. Wow, what a story.
I mean, this reminded me of the very famous Nanavati case. That case was similar because he
Yeah,
tried to defend himself, and three, uh, what do we say, bullets were shot straight away to the
exactly.
man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
of course, similar case, but then he got out of it.
So
Yeah,
these were the cases, like I think even the Nanavati case was back in the 60s, 70s,
correct.
if I'm not
I thought
wrong.
you were telling that story, but then of course.
No, no, no. So this case
Mm,
which I spoke about was pre-independence. It was in
okay.
1970s or something,
Hmm.
1870s something. But anyway, I think we are done with today's episode. Enough topics covered already.
Uh,
Um,
we
what do
should
you
we
say?
should just we should also talk about the very famous Arijit Singh concerts
Oh
tickets.
yes.
What do you say, Bhaiya? Are you ready to purchase 16 lakh tickets and sleep in a room just beside Arijit Singh's room? That's what they're
16
offering.
lakhs for the
I
premium
mean,
tickets.
yeah, what is it? I mean, for
I mean,
exactly 16
I
lakh
love
is,
Arijit Singh. I love Arijit Singh. Spotify
but
Wrapped said that
but
the most listened artist is Arijit Singh for me. YouTube says that most videos that I've watched are of Arijit Singh live performances.
correct.
But still,
Yeah.
16 lakhs is like three times my CTC. What do you think?
You just revealed your CTC. Just wanna say you just revealed your CTC, Bhaiya, to the
No,
entire world.
I
It's
still
not the
didn't.
exact figures, guys.
The
Please
10 or
don't
15
get
rupees here and there. Otherwise, it's the same. 16 lakhs. Are we kidding? It's
that too in India, Bhaiya. I'm just saying, 1 lakh would have been okay. ठीक है, चलो चलो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 5 lakhs they are stretching. Fine, because nowadays we can see how uh, people are ready to spend that much money. But 16 is. Not even 15, 16. I don't know what,
So
what are they
no,
thinking.
no. So what I read about it is, so they are giving like a room which can accommodate 40 people, and so 16 lakhs is basically for 40 people. Okay, so you can have a group of 40 if you want, and you can buy this 16 lakh. Otherwise, mostly it'll go for the sponsors and as passes, as free passes.
Okay.
But what is the maximum that you have paid to for any show, any artist? Maximum, any live show, any movie that you've watched.
Maximum I've paid 2,000 or like 2 to 4,000 I've paid. Yes.
For what?
It was, of course, a comedy festival.
Okay.
Few months back, I went there with my friends, and it was, you know, Paisa Vasool kind of comedy festival because it was 2 days long. So,
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So
yeah.
yeah, of course. Even I read that Tomorrowland has tickets for something 25,000 Indian rupees. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
25 30,000 Indian rupees for a day,
Acha.
which
And what
is
what about that Lola Posa also? I've heard that tickets are quite like
still it's
affordable.
15.7 lakhs
Mm.
less than Arijit's concert.
पूरे
So
गांव को लेके आ रहे हैं सब. Everyone is invited.
yeah,
Come on, guys.
we love you, Arijit Singh, but 16 lakhs is a little more. Anyway, his live concerts we have attended, right, Priya? And
Yo,
the kind of music production he does on stage is
amazing.
amazing. It's worth every penny you pay.
Penny.
Like I'm talking about, let's say maximum you're paying 20,000 rupees for that show,
Uh-huh, yes.
which I think is a lot to pay for a person. Okay, for a show, for 3 hour show, 20,000. I'm just considering 20,000 as a number.
Hmm.
It's a lot, but it's every penny is worth it.
Correct.
We went in what, 1,000 rupee ticket, the very
1,500, yeah.
yeah, the
The
last
1,000 to
one.
1,500 was still, yeah.
Yeah, we were standing at the very end of the arena, but
The
still,
early bird.
everything, every like whatever he did was so amazing on stage, so amazing, and we were so thrilled for days after that. For days after that, I still remember. I only listened to Arijit Singh songs for like a couple of months after that. Everywhere I used to go, I used to talk about the concert. You know what he did? He produced the music on stage alone, and no one was there. And he did everything on his own, and he sung this song. And okay, it's just
Also, the very
sim.
famous clip which got viral and gained so much attention because he apologized for that Dil Diya Galla song and everything. So we thought as if that we are special, that we witnessed this, and this video is now popular. We were there, and
Yeah.
so yeah, we will never forget that. We were standing for almost like 4 to 5 hours actually, because we got back via bus. But
we
yeah,
we so and for any concert, so it's a very basic thumb rule. You go two
yeah,
hours
man,
before so that you get the right spots.
exactly.
You stand in proper, while there is absolutely nobody on stage, people are just sitting here and there, but you go and pick that spot which you want to be in. So for every concert, that's my rule. And I think, yeah, that's that's
I
Arijit
truly
Singh.
believe in that. Like, uh, going somewhere beforehand is much better than, uh, arriving that late that you're hastily getting into it and requesting
it's
everyone that
it's yeah,
can you
it's in
please
a
give me.
way to kill the anxiety if you
Yeah,
just reach
I don't
early.
like that. I don't enjoy anxiety part because I'm already having that uh, from other sources. So somewhere where I can
And
avoid, I should.
who
Mm.
else is anxious? Our listeners. They're saying that why are these guys not ending the episode?
Okay.
No, so this was Harijit Singh, 16 lakhs for a premium seat, but not all the tickets are for 16 lakhs. It starts with 1,000, 1,500, I guess. So check out his India tour that's happening, and believe me, it's worth every rupee you're gonna pay. And this was
That's
episode
all
number
promotion
25.
you're gonna get, guys, from KG Bhai, because he's not getting paid for this. So
Yeah,
Bhaiya, we should end. Yeah, we
I
should
don't
end.
think Arijit Singh does promotion for his shows. He just announces
That is
on
true.
his on his social media.
He doesn't
He doesn't
need
need.
an
He doesn't.
introduction, a promotion, and like long interviews. He just smiles, and with a Bengali accent, he says, "Nahi, nahi, nahi."
Yeah, such a
Bas.
gentleman.
Then he leaves.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had really fun, and we should just end it here because it's,
All right. Yeah,
yeah.
this was episode number 25. Say that again, mate. Silver Jubilee episode, the special one. And it wouldn't have been possible without the response from all of you guys. Today, I'm not going to be self deprecating at all because I know
Thank
this.
you.
We work really hard to get the episodes curated every week because it's obviously difficult with our day jobs and other things that we do. But
Yeah.
of course, this is something that we opted for. This is something that we love doing, and we would keep doing it in future without fail. And we would also like to tell you that we are slowly coming up on YouTube. The previous episodes, a lot of them are already there in audio format. We would start the video format soon, and do check out the YouTube channel. We'll also link the channel's link on the description. And with that, say that again, mate. Thank you so much. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Hey there, thanks for listening to the podcast. Just in case you liked the episode, do leave us a rating and follow us on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to. It will be of great help if you share the podcast with your friends and tell them what podcast you're consuming. And you can also send us your questions, suggestions, feedbacks, and AMAs at pleasesaythatagainmate@gmail.com, or you can DM us on our Instagram. Our handles are there in the description of the show. And with that, I'll take your leave and see you again next week.